Marker.
Hello children, I am here to share a memory with you about my grandpa, Roger William Herdegen. And before I get rolling with the memory, I want to make it really plain to all of you and to any subsequent generations who may listen to these stories. I am not an expert on the life of Roger William Herdegen. He was a very complex man. I don't know any one of the people who grew up under his roof who did not have a complicated relationship with him. So while I can't tell you the whole truth about my grandpa Raj, I can tell you my truth, and I believe that will be of great benefit to you, as it is of benefit to me to have those memories and that insight into the origins and background of how I came to be. I'm going to illustrate this a little bit by showing you this object and asking you how you would characterize this object. Now, if it were me, I might say this object is very simple, it's straightforward, and it's uniform in color. But now, how would you describe this object? You get a very different perspective. Look at these deep, natural grains. It's polished, it's curved, it's intricate, and there might be something more inside that is hidden from view. So I'm going to tell you a story about a very simple side that I saw of my grandpa Raj when I was a child. When I was a child, I knew exactly why Roger Herdegen existed. He existed to take care of me. And he was a great grandpa, a bit formidable, a bit intimidating, because Grandpa was charismatic. I don't know how I can fully describe what it was like to be in his presence. He was solid. He was all there. He carried with him an aura of authority and presence. You just knew when he walked in a room. And he's not the kind of man who would accept any nonsense from anybody, although he could dish out quite a bit of nonsense, I will say. Grandpa Roger was not only charismatic, he was also extremely capable. He had all this creative energy, he had vision, he had drive, and he could work. He could work like a machine. That guy was not afraid of any kind of physical labor at all. He was skilled in so many different things. He could do so many things and make so many things. He was a farrier. He did animal husbandry. He did basic electrics. He did repairs on machines, like mechanical repairs. When I was a small child, I would see him welding stuff together on the farm and tinkering with the engine of the tractor. And he was a master gardener. Amazing. He used to win so many prizes for the incredible things he would produce from his garden. And that's when he lived in the city. And he was a master carpenter. And his talents and the things that he built and created really opened up some cool opportunities and happy memories in my life, some great experiences. Another thing about Grandpa Roger is he was very connected with people. He was a people person. And so he was involved in all sorts of stuff in the community. And again, this opened up incredible opportunities for me in my life. So one thing that Grandpa was involved in one year was a parade. My Grandpa Raj had a stagecoach. I don't know if he built this stagecoach or if he just acquired it somehow. Maybe my dad or my aunts and uncles might be able to answer that question. It wasn't a proper full-size stagecoach pulled by like 4 horses. It was a little mini stagecoach, child-sized. And he was involved in the parade, and he was going to pull this stagecoach with his horses, and some children were going to dress up and be in this stagecoach in the parade. And I got to be one of the kids in the stagecoach. Oh my gosh, this was so epic. I was really little, but I remember being dressed up in this long dress with a really long skirt. So this was the 1970s, so fortunately there were a lot of maxi skirts and little like Holly Hobby prairie dresses available for purchase. But this might have been hand sewn because my grandmother and my mother and my aunties were all quite skilled with handwork. But whether it was a homemade dress or a store-bought dress, I had this dress on, old-fashioned looking dress with a long skirt, and I had a bonnet on, old-fashioned looking bonnet. And I'm pretty sure it was my sister and my older brothers who were in the stagecoach with me, dressed up in a costume. And we got to be in the stagecoach in the parade. Oh my goodness, it was so cool, so exciting. I felt like a queen in her golden coach, passing through the crowds, waving out the windows, and that was super cool. And that's just one example of how Grandpa Roger really enriched my life. Thank you, Grandpa Roger. I really enjoyed being in that parade.